Hey folks, in this video I will give you my full review of the new Anders Astrand vibraphone mallets released by Vic Firth. Now, these were first released in 2019. They are not to be confused with the old model made by Innovative Percussion. How do they sound? How do they feel? How do they compare with other mallets? And are these a good mallet choice for you? Let's find out. So in this new set, there is an orange line, which is just like the old line, and there's also a blue line. That's the new part. Each line, the orange and the blue, has 5 models ranging from soft to hard. The orange starts with the M290 for bass marimba, M291 for marimba as well. The M292, 293 are meant for the mid to upper portion of the marimba or vibraphone, whereas the M294 are actually a wrapped xylophone mallet. Over on the blue side, we have the M300 and 301s, which are meant for the low register of a marimba. The M302, 303, and 304, however, are considered sort of soft, medium, and harder vibraphone mallets. These rattan shafts are also extremely long. They come in at about 38.5 centimeters in length, and that's a good 3 or 4 centimeters longer than your typical Balter Blues or Gary Burton mallets, for example. And it's nearly double the length of the old Albrights. These mallet heads are incredibly heavy. These are without question the heaviest and longest vibraphone mallets I've ever held. These mallets are so heavy that they actually changed the way I was playing. Now, for being so heavy and so long, they obviously have to be very well built, and they seem to be extremely durable. The older versions of these that I had several years ago, they came unraveled very quickly when I used them, but these new mallets have not shown really any wear and tear, and I've been practicing with them pretty regularly, I would say, for about 3 months. So now I would like to demonstrate each set of mallets. I'm going to compare them with some others that you might already have. So I've got the classic Balter Blues, Vic Firth M25 Gary Burtons, Stefan Harris Albright Mediums. So I'll play all of them back to back so you can easily hear how these new mallets compare. Wow, these are heavier than the orange ones. The rattan is also thicker, and so the response from the instrument just has a completely different feel to it. They also feel a little bit softer, like they have less attack than the orange ones. I mean, because these mallets are so long, you can reach wide intervals and get some voicings that maybe would be less likely. Now for comparison, the M301s. Again, real warm, wide, round, full-bodied sound, and that is something that I really like. Now the 292s of the orange line. These are actually now considered the more soft of the vibraphone mallets, whereas the previous 2 models were supposed to be for marimba mostly. These are quite a bit lighter than the other models I've tried up to this point, and they feel much more like normal vibraphone mallets in terms of the weight and the bounce. Now the M302. Generally speaking, these blue series are much heavier than the orange series. So these are now the M293s. This is the hardest of the Vibraphone series in the orange. You can really hear how bright these mallets are, especially when I play on the low register of the vibraphone. You also can hear how they will cut through an ensemble and really bring out the highs on the vibes. They don't bounce back the same way the softer model of these do, but they have a nice, easy, and loud and full round cutting sound. Now for the 303s, these are again the second hardest of the blue series, and I can already tell these things feel like tree trunks. They are, I mean, I know I've said that before in other videos, but this time I mean it. These are incredibly heavy mallets. Very heavy, but really warm sounding. They also have a little bit more brightness than the previous models of these blue ones that I've shown you. All right, these are the M294s, and this is going to be mostly for show because these are actually classified as xylophone mallets. They are extremely hard. I suppose you could use them on the vibes if you had some, you know, really, really articulate things you were trying to do. But I'll demonstrate them on the vibes here, and then I'll demonstrate them on a xylophone for you as well. I mean, that was me playing extremely carefully and trying not to hurt my own ears because these things are very loud and very bright and very hard. Like I said, they're xylophone mallets. And now these are the hardest of the blue mallets. These are the 304s, and these again, they have the same heavy weight that the thicker mallets designed for the low end of the marimba have, except these are the hardest in this series. I used some of these mallets on a recent concert, and I've decided that my favorites out of the whole set are the orange M292s. They feel really good, they have a good rebound, and they are generally on the softer side, but I'm also able to play hard on the vibes without them getting too hard or piercing sounding. Other mallets that I also really liked were the M304s and, funny enough, the orange M290s. The 304s I had to be a little careful with, however, as I had the feeling they can get really bright and piercing if I play too hard, and because they're so heavy, it was still challenging for me, at least, to use a soft touch on the instrument. The M290s were really great for when I wanted the shimmer and the color of the vibes to come through the band, but I didn't have to take a solo or play any lead. That said, these would sound really great on ballads in a duo setting as well, or something like that. These new Anders Astrand mallets are a huge improvement over the previous models. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you'd like to see some more mallet reviews, you can check that link over there. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.